So we live now?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, yo, we back again, man.
Back in the building, man.
Battle Left Unsaid, your boy Shawn back in the building again.
Scoob, man, count up the double figures, man. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
A lot of hot topics.
It is. The first one, we kind of just talked about it off camera. Can you address your boy Ye real quick? You know, a lot of people, some people seen it, some people haven't. Person like me, I've only seen bits and pieces. I ain't watched, so I don't really have much. I just seen little parts.
Oh, well, I mean, what part? I mean, he's been on a tour.
Okay, yeah, he has
press
been on
tour lately.
He has. Let's see, because your boy N.O.R.E recanted every statement that he had. So let's talk about that. He was on N.O.R.E. Only seen like bits and pieces again. Talked about George Floyd, and then a bunch
George,
of.
Yep.
He talked about some other shit. Before you get into it, because you see more, you probably know more. All I'm gonna say is, I just feel like I can't really rebuttal anything he says or be like, oh man, this is terrible. I just feel like the wording in his, like the way he puts it, just doesn't always sound the best. It doesn't always sound like super positive. It just sounds like I don't necessarily, for me personally, because I mean I can't tell somebody how to word their words or how they want to speak. For me personally, I just feel like he should change the way his approach should be a little bit different on how he says things.
I mean, I don't know about that. I think that's
In person, that was just me personally.
I think that's kind of the point he makes. Like it's almost like when people say like professionalism is not a real thing. That's just act white, be on your best behavior. In corporate settings. So
I got you.
When it comes to talking about the way he words things, I mean, he's not a president. You know what I'm saying? He's not in a position of where he's representing the country to where he has to speak to where everybody can receive that information. It's supposed to be disruptive, at least from what I got from it. So it's supposed to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that's the whole purpose. So it wouldn't make any sense for it. I mean, we done seen people give great speeches and it went nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? We see people on timeline all the time saying some cool stuff that means nothing to nobody.
I agree.
But I mean, so he went 3 hour, you know what I'm saying, episode.
It was. Did you watch all three?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. It took me a few times, because they kept pulling it off YouTube and all that.
They definitely did.
Then they eventually pulled it down altogether. It was a lot. I mean, first of all, we gotta address N.O.R.E.'s his platform. It's on P Diddy thing, but the podcast itself.
Okay, before you get into that, as we get into that, he's been doing this for a few years now.
He has,
and it's blown up huge, right?
Very big.
I mean, it's
shout out to the growth.
Definitely. You know, Black podcast doing crazy. Yeah, it's great. I appreciate that because that gives us a lane too. Mm-hmm. But when you've been doing this as long as he has, right? And I think you said this, and I've been looking at it, and I've noticed that man don't make sense half the time he speak. Yeah, his questions, and he just say a lot of things that go in a circle, and it never adds up to anything.
It doesn't.
It never adds up to anything.
He has no depth, no.
I need him to let DJ F and EF it. Or
I hate DJ F because N.O.R.E. done. He has the platforms a certain way. Then he comes in and says something just like the whole rhythm is weird because they talk so differently.
They talk extremely differently, but I feel like at least like DJ F and he's more eloquent when he speaks, and he actually gets to a point of like he actually sometimes because neither one of them say nothing, but he actually asks a question and that's it. N.O.R.E. will start talking and ask you a question and then make a statement and then start talking again and then it gets nowhere.
I agree with that. I agree. I mean, I can't argue with that. I just think, bro, we got to address, like, the foundation of it. Like, N.O.R.E. says it's supposed to be about giving people their flowers, like legends, the OGs, or whoever has some success in whatever lane they choosing to go in.
I agree.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But the way he has set up the foundation is for people to drink to the point they start saying stuff and they open up because alcohol is just truth serum, basically.
It pretty much.
And it's basically just a platform for like
people to talk shit.
It's ignorance.
Yeah.
It's built on ignorance.
It's built on just people just talking shit and saying whatever, saying shit that they probably wouldn't say anywhere else.
It's to get clicks. It's to get views. It's to get some controversial. And we see that with his reaction. Because after he posted the episode, he was bragging about, oh, we number one, I run this now.
These views. And then he immediately went on the tour, on the press tour, and had to get about it.
All that. So, bro, I think this is, I don't know, man. I think that moment is more about, like, it's an embarrassment of the culture for me.
Okay.
I think this is just another example of how much energy we put into ignorance,
Yeah,
and
ignorance,
drama,
nonsense,
and
the negativity.
messiness just for the sake of attention.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disrespect N.O.R.E because I mean we gotta applaud the success, but at the end of the day, look at the stuff we make successful, bro.
But I think what happens, I think it's slowly, as you watched it, like when he finally got like bigger outside of like where that one realm that he was in, he started getting bigger and he got the views. There was points in time where I felt like he was giving people flowers and trying to just speak about their success at some points. But then you have other people, he just went straight into like, all right, cool, I'm giving you success. Now let's talk about all the bullshit you done been. It's like,
that's a fact.
All right. Like, what happened to just keeping it real positive and keeping it at that? Like, there's no reason, like, no offense at this point. Why do you have 3 Kanye episodes at this point? To me, that doesn't...
I mean, yeah, that's kind of against the foundation of the
what
show.
you're
That's
doing,
true.
yeah.
That's
So,
true.
like, why do you
It's
have
a
3
fact,
Kanye episodes just for him to keep speaking and keep speaking and keep speaking? Like,
that's a good point, yeah.
You know, like, just for on that point exactly, like, it's just Kanye's been doing this. When somebody, I think it was Charlamagne or somebody was like, you knew what he was going to say. And he was like, no, I didn't. He's been saying this. He's been, whatever he was saying, he's been saying it. And if this is about giving him his flowers and showing how much we appreciate him, and he wasn't doing interviews and shit before, okay, cool. You now have a 3-hour time with him, one time. Get that shit out. Applaud him. Do whatever you gotta do. But you don't need to come bring him back for 12 more hours.
He did it for the clicks. I mean, he said he did the views. I mean, and I get it. That's the whole point of like having the show. You want as many people to see it as possible. But,
of course.
Well, okay. So it's a couple of things you got to break down. So first, I think it's not about Kanye, and that's what I think people are making it about. People are making it about Ye because that's his government name now.
Okay.
They're making it about Ye, and they're removing what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. It's like. So it could be Rick Ross and Steve Harvey say the same thing, but depending on who you hear from, that'll be what person considers it valid. So that's the same thing.
It's like what they say, the right message, wrong deliver.
Right. So it was a lot of truth to what Ye was saying.
Okay. You have anything you can point out? I didn't watch, so I can't say much.
Yeah, I listened to it. So I mean, he basically was just talking about. The overall theme of it was how we're controlled and we're not allowed to speak freely because we're afraid of what's going to get taken from us or what's going to happen to us, whatever consequences are, which is just a fact. You know what I mean?
That is a fact.
That's just the bottom line.
We see it happen with this interview.
That's just the bottom line of it. So I mean, he was specifically talking about a demographic of people who I'll show rename. So I'll show
I'm not saying we don't want to get canceled yet.
And it's not even about cancer. It's not about this. Because the theme was, it's just...
I don't want to get canceled yet.
Hey, cancel me.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just about, it's true. I mean, we just seen it happen to Nick Cannon. They took his whole show. That was Nick Cannon's show. They took him off his own show and tried to get his co-host to replace him.
Yeah.
And he had to go apologize for it.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that's literally his show.
That's his show.
Like, he owned 100% of that.
So, I mean... it was a lot of truth to what he's saying, and it's really not about like the truth. It's a history of it. Mm-hmm. So damn the fact of it being the truth, because the truth is, I mean, people have perspective of what's true and what's not. It's just about what you believe. It's a history. We can see it.
Okay,
we can see that. So he's just speaking to the history of stuff.
Yeah, people do get silence.
That's valid. There's validity.
Talking about and yes,
there's validity in that. So for N.O.R.E to allow the man on this platform. Mm-hmm. As excited, open as he could be, and even close the episode by saying you're welcome to come. This is your home too. Just for you to go the next day and throw him completely under the bus. That's an embarrassment, bro. That's embarrassing, N.O.R.E. That's unacceptable. There's no way you can explain that. I don't want to hear nothing from N.O.R.E. It's a mistake, cool. I'm not saying you can never redeem yourself. I'm saying that's unacceptable from you. That's J.R. Smith in the finals. You cannot make that mistake, bro. It's unacceptable.
I get what you're saying.
Because at that point, you just prove everything he said right. You just sat through 3 hours of this, listening to exactly what he said.
Yeah,
and
I agree. I agree completely.
You folded.
Here's the only thing I would say. Where I feel like N.O.R.E could have just, without throwing him under the bus, I feel like he could have just said, hey, that was his thought. That was Kanye's thought and what he wanted to put out. You know, I can only apologize for anybody that it may have hurt But other than that, you can't. There's no apology at this point because N.O.R.E ain't say it.
He didn't say it. Yeah.
He didn't say it. Like, again, this is your platform. Like you said, it's supposed to give people their flowers. But now you're just giving everybody liquor and free speech and say whatever you want. If that's the case, let him speak and let him go on a press run of apologizing. That ain't, you ain't saying nothing. That's like me interviewing you and me like apologizing for what you said. Or you shooting somebody and me apologizing for you shooting them. I mean,
that's a little bit iffy because, if I gave you the gun, you know what I mean? So, if, like you said, they gave them the platform. They had the choice to edit. They had a lot of different options in that.
Oh, they could have edited a lot.
But
you see with the Dave Chappelle joint, that joint didn't even come out for real. It was 3 hours long and only 45 minutes of it came out.
Right. And I don't even think it's about what he could have did. I think it's about addressing what he did do because that shows exactly the future for him. It shows exactly the future for him. That shows he's always going to be scared. That set a precedent.
It does.
That sets a precedent for you. So now we got to be extra careful. Like you said, they never edited before. Now they got to edit. You know what I'm saying? Now they got to review the tape. He said he never watched the episode back. Now we got to do that every time to make sure everything is clean, clear, all that. So now it just set a precedent that prove exactly what Ye was talking about.
Yeah,
we can't do
you're
nothing.
censored. You can't say anything. You can't. There's no such thing as freedom of speech anymore. Because if you say this is going to happen.
Right.
So I agree with that completely. I completely agree with it. I didn't see it. I saw one part and I was like, oh, maybe he should have worded this a little bit better, whatever. But again, we've noticed this. I mean, it's been leading up to this. Like, if you want to just put it on Kanye, he's going to say what he wants, say what he feels at the time. He expresses it whatever manner he chooses to express it, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, or live on an interview. He's going to say it however he feels.
Right.
I feel like people put too much. I think people put too much weight into what Kanye says, or too much weight onto him as a person, as if he's not human. Like, if Kanye's not affecting your life, how does that? Why is it such a huge deal? Like, Kanye's not coming out here taking the food. If he's coming here to take your job, maybe you should feel some type of way. If he's coming here killing your people or doing something then you might feel some type of way. But him speaking and just stepping out, we spoke about this last time. He ain't the black delegate. Ain't nobody put him in office to be that. If he gonna say it, then he says it. We can't stop him from speaking.
Nah, to be honest with you, I'm glad we got somebody that's. Listen, man, you need somebody to say all the wrong things. You need somebody to do all the wrong things to let you know that you don't gotta follow the rest of the crowd, bro. That's the bottom line. That's why I like Antonio Brown so much.
Okay.
Because you watch somebody throw away millions because they stood on what they thought was correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't care about his thought process or the mindset. The fact is he took all the scrutiny and made an example of that. All this might not be worth it if my morals, whatever, his integrity, whatever was he felt like was being diminished.
Okay.
It's suffering. So that's what I'm saying. If Kanye willing to suffer those consequences, it should lead to other people being less fearful of speaking up and doing something about it. Because other than that, you got nobody to do nothing. There's nobody fighting for it. It's nobody standing up for nothing.
At this point, they were just robots.
That's my point exactly.
Following the crowd.
That's my point exactly. So, N.O.R.E, I'm disgusted with him, to be honest with you. I honestly don't want to hear nothing from N.O.R.E no more. And it's, all the love that the podcast blew up, the platform. It's great that we got such a cultural moment. We just had Versus, which is such a big moment. You can see how that blew up.
Exactly.
Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to Drake Chance. But at the end of the day, bro, I think you messed up.
There's no, like you said before, though. It's not that he can't redeem himself. It's just at this point, you kind of just need to let this die down and settle out, where people just don't have to. Your next thing you put out, you gonna apologize for what he said too, or you gonna apologize and recant this too. You gonna throw this person under the bus too. That's
a fact, man. So I appreciate Cat Williams. I appreciate all these people that just call them crazy, bro. Yeah. They don't care.
Like you said, Cat Williams did it. They called Dave Chappelle crazy.
Dave Chappelle crazy, man.
Yeah, all of these people that, I completely agree. If you're gonna take it back, you have people that stood out like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Those are things that just they just went against the grain. Let me step out and stand on something a little bit more, because this is what I feel and I think is right.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else do it.
Yeah, and it's even more when there's some validity behind it. They're not just saying stuff just to say it.
Yeah.
It's a history. It's a documented history of the stuff that most of these people are talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is not an opinion. This is a real life perspective that they've actually seen and experienced. So I mean, hey.
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully we get better, man. Hopefully we get better.
All right, man. Well, there's a lot of hot shit going on. What you got, man? Talk to me, man.
Well, what's the topics, man? I ain't got the topic list.
I mean, listen, I had it, but no, I don't like my topic list no more.
I'm talking about the one I sent you. I added to the shit.
I don't be reading, man. I don't believe in reading.
We got
No, hold on, I got it right here.
Act Lil Baby. We got Nicki Minaj.
Okay, I mean, to me, the Nicki Minaj joint is just like, I don't know, man. Oh, well, you know what? We can talk about this because we've had conversations about how you hate for Nicki Minaj.
I don't hate Nicki Minaj. You throwing out narratives. Stop it, bro.
My fault.
I don't hate Nicki Minaj.
You think Nicki Minaj is one of the biggest haters in the game?
I mean, that's not what I think. That's just a fact. I mean, we can keep it 100. That's documented. I don't think it's even an argument at this point. I don't think it's a topic.
Really?
Who hasn't Nicki Minaj hated on, bro? She hated on Stormy. She hated on Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner's baby. She got mad when the bundle. Remember the bundle thing was going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they trying to use Stormy to promote the album.
Is that really hating? That's not hating on her.
What the baby gonna do about them? What the baby gonna do about the album sales, bro? What is the baby supposed to do about them changing the bundles?
Listen, having a baby. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like made sure that, oh, Snap, you having a baby? Yeah, I'm going to support you even more now. You know?
That's the baby's fault. So I'm going to call out the baby by name. That's what I'm going to do.
Hey, man, I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't because you ain't the biggest hater of all time. Nicki Minaj, let's keep it 100, man.
Go ahead, man. Tell me.
Nicki Minaj is the documented hater Hall of Fame first ballot. We have never seen the likes of this level of hate. As a matter of fact, I need to start a list. Skip Bayless.
Oh, gosh.
All-time hater.
Mm-hmm.
All-time hate. Stephen A. Smith.
Another one.
Sweet Jesus, that boy is a hater. Let's keep it 100.
Who worse? Which one?
Who else?
Who worse, Stephen A. or Skip?
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I think because Skip is more focused haters. Stephen A. just hate on anybody. But he don't do it for as long unless like Kyrie, he been hating. That's
but he always gives him his props about.
He do right,
yeah,
yeah. Skip is
disgusting.
Nasty.
Might be
who
a
else
racist white man.
I want to say Shaq for some reason. I don't know why I want to say Shaq.
I wouldn't necessarily say Shaq is a hater, but I just feel like he be holding certain people up to a standard that he shouldn't be holding them to.
Yeah.
Like Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is never gonna be you, Shaq.
Yeah.
he doesn't work on his offense.
That's why I said he's kind of a hater, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he was hating on Dwight. I mean, come on now, bro.
Well,
JaVale McGee, he was hating on a lot of folks actually. But
listen, the white thing because somebody tried to call him Superman.
That ain't got nothing to do with Dwight. You know what I'm saying? He got called it because he was the best big man in the league. And
during that time.
And let's keep it 100. Shaq wasn't playing against no big man, and when he was, they was cleaning him up. So we can keep it 100. That's another discussion though. It was no centers when Shaq was dominating. It was no centers.
There was a few centers.
Okay, tell me who Shaq was playing in the finals.
Greg Ocean. No, in the finals?
Yeah.
Who they play in the finals? Let me see. Those
exactly.
3 times.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, because they played Ben Wallace, they lost.
Okay.
And then who was that first? Who was that first shit?
I can tell you what happened when he seen Akeem them.
That was Shaq early on, though. That's early Shaq.
That's why I said when Shaq was dominating. That's why I said
that was Shaq dominating. He wasn't in his. He wasn't in that Lakers.
That's what I'm saying.
Lakers time, he was dominating.
Who was the centers in the league?
Yao Ming.
And you know what Yao Ming was doing to him?
You know what Shaq was doing to him?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. We know who made it to the finals and who didn't.
The Rockets were the most injured team in U.S. history. Stop it.
Him and Yao and T-Mac.
Exactly. So
I'm back to Nicki Minaj, man, but she is a big hater.
She's a hater.
I saw that
hater Hall of Fame.
Her and Lotto was going back and forth, and nobody knew what they was beefing about.
And now you disrespecting my city, Nicki Minaj. Now you disrespecting my county. Now we gotta really get you up out of here. Don't ever disrespect Clayco. Don't ever disrespect. She came up. She been rapping forever.
She's from Clayton County. Yes.
Clayton County. She been rapping forever. She been working on. She been on TV show. All this type of stuff. And you mad because she finally gets some recognition? She's nowhere near your level of career.
At all. Not even close.
You know what the worst thing about Nicki Minaj is? Her hate don't even be making sense.
Because everybody's like damn it under you. Like,
exactly.
Especially career-wise.
Sense. She'll be like, oh, have you gotten these awards? Have you sold as many records? She's 22. Nicki, you're 45.
She just started rapping.
What do you think is? How do you think awards work?
To me, I would assume that if it's like how I know you ain't a big fan, but it's kind of like how Drake was doing with a bunch of young rappers.
What do you mean?
He was just. I would think that Nicki would do certain things. When you get to a certain platform, let me just hop on your record. Let me give you some recognition. Let me just help that part.
See, now you're gonna make me give Drake props. I don't want to hear that shit right now. You talking about Nicki Minaj and
but no, that's what I'm. But hold on, that's what I'm saying. What makes it so bad, even worse? You reached up here. You reached up here when no female rapper was really rapping. When you was the only one, and you were still able to reach these numbers.
That's why a lot of people say, was she ever really the best, or was she the only one? Let's keep it 100 now.
I mean, who else was rapping during the time she was rapping?
That's my point.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's my point.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She did her thing, but there was nobody really. Lil' Kim had been fell off. Foxy done fell off. Eve done fell off. There was no Meg. There was no Cardi.
Remy Ma locked up.
Remy Ma.
Yeah. Missy Elliott was past her prime.
And Missy Elliott wasn't even putting out music like that at that point.
Yeah. Because Missy Elliott was done. That was early 2000s. I think you came around 2010, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's really been nobody since that time.
It wasn't.
All right.
Oh, man.
Now that it's finally an era of women.
A lot of women,
that's
too.
really dropping hits and all that.
A lot of them.
She got issues with a lot of them.
Dang. Lotto, JT, Meg, Cardi. Ooh.
Heavy hitters.
Oh, my gosh.
Hit makers. These ain't no names.
Hey, they might get on the track and get the... Ooh.
Just saying now.
Hey, man, Glorilla might come for you.
Just saying now.
Oh, my gosh.
Soon as Lotto get, what is it? I don't know. What was it? Grammy? What was it?
No, it was a BET award.
I'm talking about the nomination she was talking about. Like they moved the song.
They took her song out of the rap category and put it in the pop category.
Yeah, so the Grammys, right?
I have no idea where it was from. I forgot. But yeah,
so,
I think, it might have been, yeah. It definitely was.
I think she was bitter because, I'm pretty sure Cardi B got a Grammy. I think she won Rap Album of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
Cardi won.
Some shit Nicki never did.
Ooh, let me pull it up. Did Nicki ever win a Grammy?
Never.
Oh my gosh.
At least Album of the Year, I know that for a fact.
Oh my gosh.
She ain't got no classic album. Keep it 100.
Hey man,
don't
Pink
even
Friday
do
was
that.
actually alright. Yeah, Pink Friday was alright, dog.
Good don't mean classic.
Hey man.
Good. Off Season was a great album. It ain't no damn classic.
It was. Off Season was a great album.
Oh my god.
I like Off Season a lot.
It was very good. Ain't no classic.
To who?
It's not a classic, bro. There's no argument you can make for that. But go ahead and look up. Go ahead and look it up.
Nicki Minaj Grammys.
Go ahead.
Oh gosh.
0, right?
Yo, mad nominee.
Exactly, man. Get up on me. You a hater, bro. You a hater. You was 3rd place in the Big Three in Young Money.
She got 10 nominations and 0 Grammys. I mean, yo, she got 12 BET awards.
Is she the greatest woman rapper ever?
In terms of what exactly? Because success
Let's define it.
Because I mean, if you like successful wise.
See, that's the thing, because when we do that for the male rappers, we don't ever just go off success, because Eminem cooking everybody.
Every single one.
So you see how we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean for them, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, success. I mean, the only part, if you like breaking it down, like bar for bar.
She is mediocre to average.
We can name a few that's
several that can rap better.
Yeah, let's see.
Artistry, she's pretty high up there.
She's pretty high up the artistry, because I mean, and she's versatile with like certain just making music.
At least when it comes to making like hits, I would say that.
I agree.
Bodies of work.
She got one. That's solid.
One big, and that was off the high of
the Young Money joint coming on, and the mixtape joint,
and Drake success.
It is.
And Kanye success.
It is.
So that was that album. You know what I mean, that was kind of boosted. That's like that's like Kyrie on Cleveland with LeBron now.
It did.
Come on now.
It did.
Let's keep it 100.
You know. Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? If we really want to keep it 100, we can go back to '98 when Lauryn Hill was going against Outkast, DMX, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang. It get real spooky if we want to, you know what I mean?
Look, Nicki, hey, listen, man, listen. You know what I'm saying? You rep my city. You know, you rep it a lot, and you making. Well, you know what? No, I'm a man. That ain't got nothing to do with women problems, dog. But you gotta stop that shit. You too old for this. You got a child. You gotta. We ain't even gonna talk about. Yo, you talk about the funniest shit about her dude, and she threw that. That's not me though.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to say that, but this was the. And that's crazy.
That's not me though.
I just remember, dang, I don't even want to say because I don't even know if he gonna sue, but it's a lot of stuff. I remember she made up some false accusations about Meek Mill after the break. She's a loser. But you know what? Let me not be all negative. She's worse than a loser, so let me. I mean,
shit.
But no, serious note. She is probably the most successful woman rapper. She deserves her respect, but she needs to start acting like.
But she also needs to like. It's one thing, you know, you deserve your respect, but you can also give respect as well.
Hell yeah.
That's what the greats do. As a great, you appreciate who came before you and who's coming after you, because who came before you laid that way for you.
Yeah, I don't see. Well, I do see, but it's unfortunate that her and Lil Kim don't have like that
camaraderie.
That camaraderie that you would hope like a Ye and a Jay-Z had early on, because that's
I completely agree.
Literally your entire career.
You copied it damn near. You
Y'all
literally copied and pasted. Y'all should have. That would have done so much more.
I agree. That would have done so much for women rap.
Definitely, because the ones who are coming up, it would continue to be just like, you know, a lot of that and just bringing it all together. And now you got a bunch of women hits that are like, oh, now the collabs are coming around, and it gets bigger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big song, but I ain't like it. But I mean, like, think about like Meg and Cardi when they did their song.
Well, what was that? What?
Yeah. That was a huge song. But you see what happened when like the two big female artists come together and they was like, you know what, let's do a song together.
Well, Nicki and Megan got a song together. It was terrible. The Hot Girl Summer.
I forgot they even did a song together. Oh snap! Well,
I mean, we know what Cardi do when she get on the feature. Hey. I'm not so sure about Nicki. Not since 2010.
2010. Since 2009 to be exact. When did My Beautiful Dark Shoes?
10.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the last best feature. Oh my gosh. I mean,
but all respect to her, man. She's a legend. Arguably the greatest ever. Arguably one of the most, at least top 5 most impactful women.
Do you think any women now have a chance to dethrone that?
Of course. I mean, Cardi, it done set all kind of. She came in the game like breaking all kind of records. So
yeah,
she came in the game getting Grammys, having the highest charting like all these records.
I agree.
Big Lotto just broke a record.
Well, I don't know what.
Yeah, like longest on the Billboard charts was like a year straight. Like all kind. Like
for that joint with Mariah. Yeah.
Which is a cheat code.
That was you just threw Mariah remix and said, all right, here we go.
It's not like Nicki didn't have her fair share of cheat codes either.
So hold on, but as we talking about haters, do you feel that Kodak was hating on her as well?
Hating on Lotto?
Yeah,
that was some hating stuff.
Do you feel? But did he have like a legitimate gripe when it comes to like just that song right there?
It would be
Super Gremlin was.
It would be legitimate if it wasn't coming from him, but you're only saying that because it's your song.
Okay.
He didn't do no Kanye say Beyonce deserved it.
Okay.
Like,
I get that.
And Kodak, shut up.
Yeah. We know Kodak. He need to stop talking for me.
Just stop talking, bro. You always saying too much. But yeah, that was hating, man. It's been a lot of hating going on.
It's been a lot of hating.
It's a lot of hating going on. Look, AB academic. Hey, bro. It's a lot of hating going on. Speaking of, you've been hating on the city lately too.
Whoa, hey, that was a private conversation, my guy.
Tell the people what you said, bro.
Tell the people private conversation, but I'm gonna tell them what I've been saying, man.
Tell them what you said, bro.
I said Atlanta has been falling off, man. Atlanta has been falling off. We don't want to hear that shit no more, man. Lil Baby just dropped the album. We don't want to hear that shit. That shit repetitive. That shit is not that good. That shit is not. We don't want to hear 23 songs of Lil Baby, dog.
Now, let me respond before, because you want to try to back.
I'm backpedaling now.
So there was literally just a list released of the top 5 highest selling hip hop albums of 2022, right? So, do you have the list still?
I think I do.
Because I need the people to see hard, concrete facts. You know what I mean? This is not me. This is not my opinion. You know what I mean? I needed him to back up why he said Atlanta's falling off. That's really the reason.
Listen, man. Look, I pretty much recanted my statement.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
You still don't.
No, I recanted something.
You tried to make an argument about how New York is making a resurgence.
Whoa, hold on.
New York is dead.
I didn't say that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
You can't hear what I didn't say.
I'm just keeping it 100, man.
Yo, that's insane.
Don't ever disrespect Atlanta music. We've been running this for 20 years. Shout out Outkast.
All right, I think I found it right here.
Okay, can you tell the people the top albums of 2022?
Right, it's Kendrick, Future, Gunna, Lil Durk. And then they said they had Baby projected to do 210. We don't know what he did though.
Okay. All right, so that's 3 out of the 5, correct? From what city?
Well, that's projected, so you can't really put that in there.
That's 3 out of the 5 from what city?
That's an asterisk right there.
I'm asking you a question that you're refusing to answer.
That's an asterisk though. So you can say 2 out of the 4.
Can you answer the question? Because I didn't ask about 4, I asked about 5.
Well, technically there's not 5 because it was an
You
asterisk.
just told me about a 5th person that's projected something, right? Okay. So you just named 5 people. Where are 3 of those 5 people that you just listed? I don't have the list. I can't read it. I need you to read it to me.
Hey man, here you go.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right. So first of all, it starts off with Lil Baby in the beginning. That's where you first messed up. Lil Baby is the first name on the list. It's
No. That list right there. No. That's a sentence. That ain't a list.
First of all, hold on. You told me it was 4 other people, and you failed to mention that Lil Baby name was included in the list, correct?
No, it's projected.
Nah,
it's projected.
You listed the numbers.
But it's projected and said third highest.
I know, but it's also listed, correct? So you want to
skip over that shit. Get out of here. It's an asterisk by it.
Okay, cool. Kendrick, Future, Lil Baby, Ghana, Lil Durk. If that's falling off people, then I hope we all fall off. We've been running this for 20 years. Shout out Outkast, Mr. 3 Stacks, Daddy Fat Sack.
Listen,
Big Boy,
I recanted the statement, then we went back to the Lil Baby conversation where I think his album is not that good.
Nah, you top 5 hater, bro.
Top 5?
Nicki, Shaq, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, you, bro. You number 5, man. Strong 5th, man.
I mean, then it must be a 5A and 5B because you a hater too.
I ain't never hated on nothing. We have no receipts.
You don't lie like that? I can pull up the Drake hate that you have. Hold on. We can go back.
Drake hasn't been a topic in how long?
No.
It's not even relevant.
Hold on. Time out. We can rewind back this tape. Anybody that's watching, rewind it back earlier when I was like, yo, Drake was giving looks. He was like, man, I don't even want to hear it. That means I got to give props to Drake. I don't even want to hear that.
He's not relevant to the conversation. I believe that would make sense to the average listener.
Actually relevant to the conversation at the point.
You brought up Drake. We was talking about Nicki.
And I was making a point.
We didn't need Drake for the point.
You see what you're doing, man? You hating right now.
The average listener will hear, we talking about Kobe. Why are you bringing up LeBron? Simple as that.
Sounds like a hate, bro.
By the way, they outsold him too. That's neither here nor there, man. We over this, man. They outsold that bum ass Canadian.
You hear that hate? I'm keeping that. So we was just speaking about Baby, right?
Yes, sir. The brand new release. Yeah, keeping the city hot, man.
What's the name of that album, dog?
It's Only Me.
It's Only Me. All right.
4 PF, man. 4 pockets full.
Before we get into it, what do you think about the album,
bro? I think a little Baby fan of love it, man. It wasn't bad. I've heard mixed reviews about it personally.
Agreed. Same here.
I've heard trash. I thought was this extreme description of it.
Yeah.
And I've heard heat.
It's another extreme description.
Right. I mean, I can see that more than trash. Trash is a little bit more. But yeah, it was very long. 23 songs is crazy. That's for a little baby.
For a little baby, I think that's
for a little baby, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because so the thing about Lil Baby, man, he can rap really good. He always has substance, but he is the least creative rapper. Well, not the least, but he has no creativity, bro. He has no sense of diversity, no sense of variety in how he makes songs. He's gonna find a beat, and he's either gonna rap all the way through it, or he's gonna do a hook, rap, and he's gonna have the same flow. He's gonna rap about one of 3 things. Coming from the trenches, taking care of his mama, and I'm buying somebody something.
Wait, one more thing. He does mention his kids a few times too.
Kids too, yeah. Kids too.
You know what I'm saying? I can shout out to that.
But I mean, if you haven't heard a Lil Baby song, you have heard it already.
Yeah, you definitely have.
You don't got to play it to know what it's gonna sound like. I say that.
Agree.
Thug Cooked. Which made me miss. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about it because I get sad speaking about them YSL boys, man. Because we don't get verses like that no more. We don't get that sense of musical talent no more, man. We gotta hear Baby rapping ass all the time.
Alright, the moment of silence for Thug.
Alright. So we got and Rollo Rodriguez gave a great verse too. That was actually one of the hardest verses I heard too.
I'm gonna have to listen to that because I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, that opening line was crazy. He said something about I got neighbors, I got white neighbors now. They open the curtains. I want to fit in, so open the curtains on the Maybach. It was the hardest. Like the way he said it was the hardest ever.
Okay, he didn't say it like that. Like
he didn't say it like that. Nah,
I was like, all right,
it was hard. It was hard. Shout out to Rollo.
Well, I mean, listen, I got partly through the album.
7 out of 10 though is my rating.
Yeah, I got like through 11 songs, then I listened to like
6
other joints.
Yeah.
And it was cool. But again, like you said, it's no creativity. I hear the same Lil Baby flow on each one of them, which makes it start to sound redundant.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, for me, I'm just like, let me hear it out in different times. Like, let me hear 4 songs here, something else, then another 4, and then cool. So, but I mean, like you said, it's not trash. It's not trash. He can rap. So that already kind of like takes it out that trash category.
Right, yeah. I agree with that.
So if it's, you can say it's an average album before you say it's trash. But I'm not going to ever say that it's trash because he can rap.
Yeah.
But since we talking about Lil Baby, I was just privy to some information that him and Lil Academics got a little bit of beef.
Yeah, we didn't know nothing about this until, if you listen to the album, he mentioned Act by name, which was one of the strangest bingo cards, plot twists of 2022. I don't think anybody has ever thought about Academics and Lil Baby the same.
Reverse from that Uno.
Yeah, man, send it right back. Yeah. Lil Baby, man.
I'm gonna play it real quick. It's a quick little snippet.
Just play it.
Baby responded on the album. So basically, Baby's trying to
wait. That's the wrong one. Here we go.
I'm saying technical difficulty.
Sorry, guys. Here we go.
Kept aside when them turn this up. Academics niggas think they can't get touched. I'll be on computer, much said, turn me on YouTube.
Academic.
Boys act like they can't get touched.
Can't get touched. Okay.
All right. And then Academics had a response.
Had a response.
So go ahead, Ag.
Lil Baby responded on the album. So basically, Baby's trying to sell albums. And this is why I don't like with rappers. If you a rapper, nigga, trying to sell albums, stop pushing the tough shit, my nigga. You ain't no top killer, my nigga. You'd have been in jail. You a nigga with a bunch of chains. I call you a hood nigga. I ain't gonna say of course he would defend himself. But it's hilarious when niggas like, yo, Act, you're scared of short bus Baby. Oh, you think I'm scared of this retarded ass nigga right here?
Alright, yo, I'm stop right there. Yo.
Short Bus Baby is funny, bro.
In 2022, you can't call somebody retarded.
Listen, man.
You can't call somebody retarded, bro.
What they gonna do? What is he gonna do?
He gonna get canceled.
He gonna have a spelling bee on IG Live to stop it, bro. He say what he want to say, bro. Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say threatening, but you know what I mean? He let him know it could get spooky for him.
It can.
You know what I mean? And it can get spooky for him.
So I had a stance. It's if he's not necessarily a stance, but just kind of a thought of like why, and why do people like Academics? You made your career on the internet, right. But why do you continue, like, he had beef with people? Why do you continue to like kind of push the envelope to see if you're gonna get touched?
Cause he playing a different game, bro. He outsmarting. And that's the thing. It's really not even about outsmarting. Rappers are really dumb, bro. I mean, rappers make really bad. Matter of fact, let me change that. Rappers make bad decisions. They make really poor decisions.
They're not necessarily dumb. They just make bad decisions. Yeah.
These be some of the fastest money getting people. It's one of the careers where you can just get money like that at your. You know what I'm saying? As much as you can do a show, as much money you can come. So.
Yep.
You still be trying to live like that's not an option.
Yeah.
We got how many rappers in jail? How many rappers dead?
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can beef with anybody in 2022 at this point. It should be the most positive, hokey pokey rhymes.
Honestly, you know though, you should be hugged up with everybody. I mean, all these RICO charges going on.
Right foot, left stump. It should be the most positive music in history.
Take it back now, yo.
Lil Baby decided in 2022 to diss
the most internet nigga ever.
The most internet. It's really disgusting. And this is supposed to be like one of his defining albums. You cannot stain this album by saying something like that about somebody that nobody even thought y'all would be ever in the same sentence, ever same room, conversation, nowhere near each other.
Bro,
this doesn't even make sense.
Bro, Lil Baby is gonna be like, I mean, we don't necessarily care, but people out in the world care about the World Cup.
He's right. That's
he's gonna be on the World Cup, and you're talking about academics. I mean, and listen, yo, academics, you got a big platform, you know, shot, whatever, cool, and you got your career off the internet doing that. But baby, come on, bro.
Yeah, man,
I agree with that.
I can't even comprehend that thought process, bro. That makes no sense to me. Like, I don't understand the decision like some of these rappers make. Like this culture is so backwards sometimes.
I mean, you know, we glorify all the wrong things.
All the wrong things. Like, I don't understand. How you make a shade room diss, bro? This is a shade room.
That's exactly what it is.
You seen them baby mamas that was rapping in the BET joint?
Yeah.
That's the type of bars I would give. That is disgusting.
Meek Mill joint on, yeah. And he called him out for that because her joint was hot. Okay.
All them shits was bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of mine.
I didn't watch any. I couldn't get past.
I just watched the one that was on Shade Room with Meek Mill joint. I said, yo, this is
Meek Mill dissed her after he got.
Yeah, you put this up here? You could have asked me to write that for you.
Yeah,
Well, if we're gonna get off of that, he did also in his album, he did respond to, you know, the Quavo Sweetie allegations or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Quavo done said, he posted one day, was like, yo, we could swap it out. He finally responded, said, no, we can't swap it out. He also said that he got chicks posting pictures without his permission. It's corny, da-da-da-da-da. What do you feel about that?
I would much rather that address like an actual real life situation that had been some type of rumor than something that we weren't even thinking about. Like, yeah, that was a good line. I think that was the intro where he was kind of addressing like everything.
It was, yeah, he addressed a lot of it, yeah.
He actually said a lot more interesting stuff than that. At least
he definitely did. I just pointing out
the shade room
specifically,
yeah. I mean, everybody though. I mean, he's way bigger than Amigos at this point, or Unc Few. That bum ass.
Did you hear that?
I did. It actually wasn't that bad. To be honest with you. Worked out. So.
First of all, the way they listen.
No, don't disrespect. I don't even don't bring up Outkast.
Dude, you see? No. They disrespected Outkast so bad. They should have. Fucking get rid of that shit.
I agree.
But go ahead.
I agree. They moment came and went, but I mean,
ain't nobody talking
about that damn
he's
album. Way bigger than him. He's way bigger than Sweetie, but I still don't mind them addressing that because he is involved in that. You know what I mean? So that makes sense. I get that. And you didn't mention no name. You just, you know what I'm saying, threw something for people to bite on. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Latch on a little bit, but this academic shit now, that just leaves people like, huh?
Because now you got people like me who didn't know. Right. Now I'm about to be like, yo, where the hell the beef started at?
I don't even care, bro. I'm so disgusted.
No, it's just more of like me wondering and like, how do you and academics? I didn't even know that was a thing that y'all spoke. I didn't even know that was like, who the fuck is you?
Short bus baby, man.
You call that man a short bus baby, a retard.
Short bus baby, man.
I mean,
it is what it is, though.
You know,
it's just a lot of negativity. There's a lot of beef going on. People just seem upset. Everybody's upset and mad. For what?
That's what rap is.
And that's the thing. It seems like the more success people get, the more bitter, miserable they get. What's wrong with y'all?
What Big say, man? More money, more problems.
Man, I don't care what Biggie said. Oh. You better quote Tupac.
All right, you got a quote for that?
No, I said you better quote Tupac.
You ain't had nothing off the top of
Not off the top.
All right. So speaking of that, you know what I'm saying? Like we had an off-camera conversation. How you feel about Sweetie, man?
What about her? She's a snake.
Oh.
I never mention no snakes around me, man.
Why do you feel that way, though?
I don't respect that, man. That's not cool to me, bro. Like, all of this, I might have felt different maybe even a few months ago, but, like, that's not cool, bro. Like, you know, but what's the rumor? All right, let me just address that before you get into it. So, with the rumors being said, so, it's been a few things, but I've heard, like, a kind of almost a solidified story of, it was, she was with Quavo, supposedly cheated on him with Offset. Then after that, it was Baby. That's kind of what I heard. It was in that order. Yeah, I heard something like that too. I heard it was she with Quavo, either cheated on Quavo with Baby or Offset, or it might have been like you said, it might have cheated with Offset and then they broke up and then she got with.
Yeah. Well, because I heard it in that order for the simple fact of that's part of the reason why it's now Unc and Few rather than the Beatles. And then, you know, of course, you know, and from, you know, knowledge before, well, not knowledge before, but, you know, before they said that, you know, Baby and Migos had beef.
Yeah.
So that could all correlate or it could not. But, you know, so you start off with, you know, you in a group, you and your brother and your nephew or however y'all related, but y'all all relatives. Y'all like actual real relatives.
Yeah, actually blood related. Yeah.
And Shorty cheats on you.
It's disgusting, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
First of all, let's address Offset, biggest loser in U.S. Listen, bro.
Offset, you gotta do better than that, cause that's not just your boy that you was in a group with that you may have had beef, underlying beef that people kind of knew about. That's your man's. That's your man's.
And that's the problem, bro. Offset, first of all, you're married, bro. You're married with kids. So, hold on, and I'm not even gonna get too deep in that. I'm not gonna get
I have a theory.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right. So you know how there's been a bunch of times like something has been said about Offset and Cardi has spoken about it and tweeted about it.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that maybe Sweetie did cheat, but it wasn't just with Offset. I felt like it was a group effort. We done heard and seen Cardi with chicks. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. Cause she ain't really address none of this. She ain't really say much about it.
Well, what would she say?
She
cannot give validity to defending anything because number one, that's his blood family. So what kind of insight or what kind of response could she say?
That's not true. Leave him out. That all this.
Why would she say that's not true though for him though? She's not involved in rumors.
It's not, but I mean it does affect her at some point.
But she's not involved in it, so why would she?
But it affects her.
But
to an extent.
But why would she speak up on his
because
past?
she done spoke up on everything else.
Like what?
His whole contract situation. She spoke up on that.
That's a business thing. We talking about.
But that wasn't her involvement. It had nothing to do with her.
What I'm saying is this. So there's been rumors about Lil Baby them being a hell lot of Offset stated multiple times. She's never spoken about that.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it's been rumors going on about that for you. She just got into a beef on Twitter with this girl named Akbar V. Quote unquote.
Oh yeah, because she was on the song with Nicki.
That's been stated multiple times, and that rumor is from like 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
She ain't said nothing about that. She said just you and your sister got beat up, and your husband and them got stripped by 4 PF and them. You know what I'm saying? Threw his Air Forces out the window and all that. They robbed him. That's what she said. Cardi B ain't said nothing to it. So what I'm saying is, if it's not involving her when it comes to people that's actually in the industry and all that involved, not just a business contract that we can get the lawyers and all that, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no he say, she say. We got the receipts. When it comes to that, she ain't never spoke up.
Well, that was just a theory, man.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Is that a bad theory?
I mean,
you know, it's the way the world goes. You know what I'm saying? You never know. They could have just, you know what I'm saying, had a little good night.
I mean, bottom line is Cardi B putting that family on the back. I mean, she got a little babies, you know what I'm saying? She getting that money. Nobody wants to hear Offset solo album. Nobody wants to hear an album if the Migos are not all together. And people barely want to hear Migos album, so.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know
that last album was.
I think they can have a great career just off the hits they already made. I don't need to hear them on music. Do honestly, features every now and then, you good.
I was about to say that. The only thing I want to hear from the Migos is singles. You don't got to put out another. You don't have to put out another album. Just put out a single here and there that you know is gonna be a hit. Cause y'all do that well. Y'all make hits.
Yeah.
As a group. Yeah. Cool. Make a hit. Go away for some months. Make another one. Cool. Y'all gonna make money for a long time.
I mean, but the bottom line is, bro, I would never, bro. Listen, it would be smoke with my family member. You cannot be a more foul family. You cannot be worse other than stealing money from me, some shit like that.
There's gonna be smoke. It's my guy right here. There ain't no way that's gonna never happen.
Yeah.
So imagine a family member.
Family member, yeah. And not just a family member you in business with.
Like real business.
That y'all built a whole legacy together.
Literally, we get money together.
We had this many rackets for y'all while you was in jail. So man, listen, man, that's crazy. And that's why it's so disgusting sweetie snake ass, cause like, damn, you came in, you messed up everything.
But here's my thing, right?
Okay.
Who owes more loyalty to who?
It ain't about who owes more.
No. I mean, I get you on that part, but it's like, for instance, like, all right, say I got a girl, right? Say you got a girl, whichever one. We closed before that, right? Them boys before that, all of that. They come into play, and they go from me to you or you to me. Like, we like family. Like, there's no way that I'm just not going. And we got business together. We do it all of this together before you even mentioned. And you didn't help me out. I done helped you out. It's a lot of that before Shorty was even mentioned. It's that, to me, that's more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they just in the same, but I feel like it holds more weight on Offset part. It's like, bro, why? Like, all you had to do was honestly, even if it was the case where like Quavo was like, yo, okay, cool. Yo, Shorty want to you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So Shorty's trying to. Then he might have been like, yo, don't get caught by your wife. He might have said, we don't know. But just the fact that you ain't tell your mans, and that's like, and now it's family.
I'm not saying she owes more loyalty. I'm saying
no, he owes more loyalty at that point.
No,
not more than her, but I'm saying he should have had more loyalty.
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is, Sweetie was not popping while the Migos were popping. She understands how they are a group and they move as one. They done made it clear they all related, bro. You understand very well.
Shut that shit up out there.
Right.
Damn. My man's hard.
Anyway.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah, she understands very well the possible consequences, bro. That lets you know the type of character it is. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, she ain't give no fucks, man.
That's all I'm saying.
She's like, man, yo, fuck you and your group.
Yeah, come on.
Should have been y'all two to begin with.
Like,
Whoa. What? So now we gonna have an Offset and Cardi tape out.
Nobody wanna hear that shit. You know they do got a hit now. A lot of people try to front on that hit. They have a timeless hit.
A timeless hit?
Timeless hit. That can come on anytime.
Hold on, wait. Are we talking about the same song?
Listen, man. See, now we just talking, bro.
No, I just want to make sure that we talking about the same song.
I'm about to play it. Cause you disrespecting.
I'm not saying that it wasn't a hit.
You disrespecting.
But I'm just trying to make sure like we're talking about the same song because you said timeless.
That's what I said.
There's a few songs that are timeless, but
That was on. Bitch ain't talking about.
Come on, man. Timeless, bro.
timeless.
How many times I gotta repeat myself, bro?
Maybe 17 more times because I don't believe that's timeless.
Listen, man. Cardi B come out and she performs that verse. It's getting shut down, bro. They shut it down.
All right, hold on real quick.
They shut it down.
Can you tell me how the verse start?
Whole lot of people want to hit this. It's a lot of names I'm gonna hit. Like, what are you talking about, bro? It's a timeless song. What are you talking about?
It ain't timeless, bro.
Legendary BET. Was that BET? I think it's a legendary BET performance. Come on, bro.
Where Offset was doing his fucking, doing that shit.
Come on, bro. Put some respect on Cardi B. Hottest woman.
I'm not saying that you're wrong about Cardi B. I'm talking about the song the song. It ain't time. Yo.
A whole lot of people want to hit this.
Whoever hear
It's
this,
my name on my hit list.
please let us know
It's a timeless
about
song,
this clout song.
This
Offset featuring Cardi B. Is this timeless or not?
This might be top 5 biggest songs out of the entire Migos, Offset, Quavo Takeoff discography. It might be. And this will have to be in the Cardi B verses if she goes against somebody right now. So I'm just keeping it 100.
But Migos songs? Because we can name some of them.
Bad and Bougie.
Hannah Montana was a big one.
I don't know if it's bigger than Clout.
Versace.
I don't know if that's bigger than Clout.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's bigger than Clout. I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
Do you remember the video?
No. Never even watched the video.
Come on, bro.
I didn't even know they had a video.
Let me see. I mean, I'm a guess around like 300 million views.
I'm gonna say 25.
I'm gonna guess around 300 million views. For
I was way off a little bit, huh?
as a matter of fact, we only gotta watch. I want to check something real quick.
Migos.
So that was 450 million views, right?
Uh-huh.
You ain't got this shit working. Sort.
Usually I thought it did.
Damn, yeah, they don't got it where
Yeah.
you sort of.
Sorry guys, I don't pay for my YouTube, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eventually do it, but I don't pay for my YouTubes right now, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm willing to bet that's definitely in the top 5 views for it. That might be like number 1 or 2.
I mean, at this point, that's not even on. Oh.
They even got. Listen, bro. They even got.
Hey, no, listen.
Answer people. Clout is a
Hey, guys,
timeless
we'll be
song.
back in half a second, man. I ain't watching this shit, man. 32 million. God damn, bro.
I tried to tell
This
you,
nigga ain't
bro.
got no views on this bitch, bro.